want to direct the following comments to the Christian audience that listens to this show. I don't know how large it is or how small it is, and to the very small Jewish audience that listens to this show, and I know it's very small, in that 90 or more percent of Jewish people are liberals. They don't listen to this show. The only Jews who are not liberal are either very orthodox or independent and not religious in some regard, usually business people. So the largest percentage of religious people who listen to my program happen to be Christian. I want you to understand what you already know, and that is that socialism of any variety is incompatible with Christianity or religion in general. In fact, socialism is at loggerheads with religion. You have to understand the origins of what I am saying to you. If you are a religious person, make no mistake about it. In the long run, socialism will be out to destroy your religion and your religious beliefs. They've been doing it in any case for 30 years. All these attacks on the church, no matter what variety they are, have all come from the socialist left. It started with the molestation lawsuits, which has almost destroyed the Catholic Church. Now, rightly, there were abuses within the church, but I think it's quite ironic that the church would almost be destroyed because of this, if you understand the drift of where I'm coming from, in the sense that behavior itself is not frowned upon by the very people who were suing the church to any extent, if you can put two and two together there. But the important thing for you to understand is that in the beginning, we'll go back again to Hitler. Hitler had a transitory period before he had total power. During the transitory period, he was a collaborator with the international bankers, the international businessmen. He was a collaborator with the hardcore nationalists who were opposed to socialism of any kind, and they would fight with each other. But he was also in great collaboration with the Catholic Church in the beginning. They, of course, were afraid of him, and he tried to allay their fears. And in the beginning, he did not do any harm to the Catholic Church. He did not harm the Pope. He did not harm the priests and the nuns in the beginning. And so he gained the Catholic vote in the beginning. But as time went on, the Nazis showed their true character even more clearly. It manifested more clearly as time went on. And so we don't know exactly where the socialism that is now rampant in America will end up. We have no idea whether it's a rather benign, mild Fabian socialism, which I've described over the last 3 years, perhaps 5 times. It will soon be copied by one of the illiterates in the media and make it sound as though they actually know what they're talking about. I think I am the first conservative, by the way, in talk radio to have talked about socialism at least 10 years ago. Long before the high school dropout started talking about it, long before any of them talked about it, I was explaining to you what socialism was. I explained to you that Bush was a fiscal socialist well over a year ago, over a year and a half ago now, actually almost 2 years ago. I said Bush is a fiscal socialist. I kept saying that to you because I saw what Bush was doing. Well, now we have another situation, and we really don't know where it ends. We haven't any idea where this ends. We don't know where it ends. But I have in my hand a paper that just arrived that was written by Friedrich von Hayek in the spring of 1933. And Friedrich von Hayek wrote this as Nazism was unfolding in Germany in 1933. Remember, he was there. He watched it happen. And he says this. He said the famous 25 points drawn up by Herr Feder, one of Hitler's early allies, repeatedly endorsed by Hitler and recognized by the bylaws of the National Socialist Party as the immutable basis of all its actions, are as follows. The ideas resemble those of the early socialists. But the dominant feature is a hatred of anything capitalistic, individualistic profit-seeking, large-scale enterprise, banks, joint stock companies, department stores, international finance and loan capital, the system of interest in general. And that's what the economic policy, those are the economic policies of Hitler in the early days. To be continued.
Savage.